Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing Indigo Park. New game. Ah, yes. The music, beautiful. The game, well, we're about to find out.
For all who journey to this newfound paradise, we welcome you. Indigo Park offers a slice of the American dream to call your own.
Today we're going to be playing Do Not Take This Cat Home. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, go look at that and then come back here. For the ones who have seen part 1, I said, hey, if you want to see part 2, leave 5 likes and we'll play it. So that's exactly what you guys did. But matter of fact, you didn't just leave 5 likes, you left 8. And that is amazing. Which brings me to my next thing. Don't think the amount of love and appreciation you guys have been showing has went unnoticed, because it definitely hasn't. I've noticed every single bit of it, and let me say I am so grateful for it. Thank you so much. What you guys are doing means a lot to me. When I started this, I was not expecting to get this much love, and here it is, I am. So again, thank you guys so much. I said it before and I'll say it again. You don't have to watch my videos, so the fact that you do means a lot to me. So I know I keep saying it, but I'm gonna say it again. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for every single one of you watching my videos every single day down to the last minute. It means a lot. Now, enjoy this intro and let's get right into the video. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out, and you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. Whoa, this is different from yesterday. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you can meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. A cat? Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on the other side. You timely enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the floor softening your steps. Finally, the sound source come into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh? Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. You you look so familiar. Oh, bro, this is crazy. Number one, is not raining. Number two, the lines, they're like here and there is different. Some are the same, some aren't, and it's amazing to see. Right? The first line was, oh, so cute, but now is, you look so familiar. Like we have an idea of what happened, but we can't like put our finger on it. Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other strays have in the past. It's sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Take this cat home. Do not take this cat home. Alright, so this time, don't take this cat home. Sadly, as cute as the cat is,
You never take this thing home with you.
you can't just take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are with rent and bills to pay for. Not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a long-term cat, right? You could barely afford this little outing on your day off. But this overwhelming cuteness. What to do? Okay, so leave the cat, feed cat, play with cat. On second thought, ooh, what are those question marks? Are we gonna put it out of his misery? Leave the cat. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up of having someone look after it if you're not willing to commit? What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back to your home? You never get away. Whoa, I read it, but it showed up and then quickly disappeared. Sorry, see you around, I guess. You stand up, the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out the alley when the cat meows at you, almost pitiful at you. Bro, I can't. Ignore. Turn back. Okay. What is the difference? Because I want to say ignore, but I don't know if ignore is like pointing towards the route of ignoring everything we said before and doing it, or like let's ignore. Okay. No, you need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for the both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you've forgotten that you still haven't decided on what you were gonna do for your day off. I think I'll go watch a movie, go to the carnival, or go to the dog park. See, I can go to the dog park because it's dogs, and if the cat pops up, you know what I'm saying, them dogs gonna handle them. So let's see. Yeah, let's go to the dog park. You decide to take a stroll in a park or something. The only one within walking distance is the nearby dog park. You think it'll make you feel better. First, you get to see a cute cat today. Now you'll get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. The park is blistering with owners and their canine companions. Playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Such cuties, whatever. Like you'd want anything to do with these mangy mutts. What's wrong? You didn't think that. You decide to move on. The dogs are also adorable. You want to pet every single one of them you come across. But you know not all owners are cool with strangers. Just walking up and manhandling their pets. Oh yeah, because I'll walk up and snatch that loaf. No, I'm just playing. Not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around a path trying to exude a welcoming aura that will beacon one of these cute doggies back to you. I know the aura he's talking about.
Oh, hell no, man. What's going on, y'all?
You don't have to wait very long. You stop as the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen scampers up to you, blocking your path. Leave the park, kick the puppy. Kill the puppy, eat the puppy? Bro, whoa. Okay, leave the park. Yes, leave the dogs, are stupid to. Now what? I think I'll go watch a movie. We are going crazy right now. It's been a while since a film came out that looked very interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though. You're not exactly a fan of the crowds. Yeah, no, I'm not. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. Exactly. Like, bro, watch the movie. Go to the old theater. Go to the new cinema. On second thought, yeah, here's the thing. I want to be by myself, but I also don't want to. You don't know why, but you really don't feel great about the idea of being alone right now. Exactly. Like, don't get me wrong. I hate people. Not all people. I love you guys, but I hate people, and I don't want to be in a crowd of people, but I also don't want to be alone. I'm a danger to myself at the moment. Okay, deciding to wait for the movie you've been anticipating to be available on DVD or something. You join a long line outside the new cinema, but by the time you reach the ticket booth, you just want to get inside. So you pick a random movie and take your ticket from the tired-looking teenager manning the booth. He manning that booth. He locking it down. All right, the decor is cheap and sleek. Okay, the decor is cheap and sleek, and the inside is blustering with people. It's not what you're usually into, but it's kind of nice not being alone. Even if you feel a little lonely watching families and groups of friends laughing amongst themselves, you get some popcorn, but the lines are at concession stands long, and the prices are criminal anyway. You go through the halls, and you follow the signs to the theater designated on your ticket before heading inside. You sigh at the sight of an absolutely crowded theater. Bro, what theater is he at? Theater like 20, 30 people in a normal, theater, and one room, not the entire theater. So that would be sad. You head towards a seat only to be told by the person next to it that is being saved for someone. It's like, I paid for this. That happens a few more times before you finally manage to get yourself seated into a seat unknowingly off center to the screen. The freak. But the screen is at least visible, if not a little too close, so you grit your teeth and bear it. The lights fade out, but the chatter doesn't. The rest of the audience seems content to talk through the commercials and even through the theaters. You figure the chatter will stop when the movie actually begins, but it doesn't. It doesn't even get even slightly quieter as the opening scene starts to play out. You sigh out loud, not thinking anyone would hear you anyway. This is why you avoid the movie theaters like the plague. No matter how hard we tried to avoid it, it came back. Suddenly, the screen changes, showing the face of a black cat. A familiar black cat. Confused murmurs fill the room, and then the cat on the screen meows. Oh my God. The sound is strange and not all like any cat should sound. Haunting. Almost. And layered as if multiple voices of different layered as if made of multiple voices of different creatures that would probably never say. You sit in confusion, wondering why you haven't already gotten up and left a complaint to the cinema staff. But then you hear it. It's scattered and disoriented at first, but among the crowd, people start to chant along with the cat on the screen. Oh, we're done. What is that sound? Soon, the entire room is chanting in perfect union. Everyone staring intensely at the cat on the screen. You're feeling strangely drawn to the screen yourself, but the compulsion to stare blankly like others isn't that strong for now. Also, you start to notice out of the corner of your eye that some people in your immediate vicinity are looking at you. No. They're outright staring holes into you, even as they continue chanting. They don't miss a beat as they slowly begin to frown at you in blatant disapproval. The scrolls deepen as time goes on, as if they're getting impatient. Leave the theater, try to blend in with the crowd. Nah, we're leaving. This is too weird. I need to get out of here. Gathering your courage, or perhaps putting your fear to use, you stand up, fully intending to leave the theater. But when everything comes to an abrupt stop, almost all the chanting stops, even the cat chanting on the screen. The tense and risk at a glance around the theater. They're all staring at you. Every single one of them. Bro, they're not moving. They're not even blinking. You swallow. Throat suddenly dry, even through a nervous sweat completely soaked through your clothes. You highly doubt that sitting back down will fix the situation. Your legs are shaking under the audience's unnatural intense scrutiny, but you force yourself to step forward and forward and forward until you finally reach the end of the aisle. You feel their collective gaze even worse. I said gaze, even worse on the staircase. All their heads have turned uncomfortably to the left to look directly at you. The screen illuminates their faces, making clear their blank scrolls. They seem even more upset than they had been minutes ago, identical frown lines digging between their brows. You keep going, the heavy atmosphere becoming more and more oppressive with every step. You're so tense with anticipation that you fully expect someone to grab at you from behind. Grab me. I want you to. But no one does. You didn't hear any of them even get up. You exit the theater, holding your breath as the doors close behind you. You briskly walk through the halls, putting as much distance as possible between you and that theater full of people. Finally, reaching the lobby, you just barely manage to catch yourself from falling to the floor as you gulp in the huge gaps of air. You expect to feel a relief as your breathing calms, but you feel a lingering sense of dread that only spikes once you finally notice it, as well as its sources. You look up, and your stomach sinks. No, this can't be. No. Bro, this is terrifying. All the people in the lobby area of the movie theater, everyone in line at the concession stand, all of them are staring at you, and then they look a bit angrier than the people in the theater. You don't even hesitate this time. You duck your head, avoiding eye contact, and leave the cinema. You ignore the glares of everyone in the ticket booths and the lines leading to them. Bro, you make your way home. They're all watching me. Whenever you dare to look up at someone on the way, you flinch at the blatant anger, fury, and disgust on their face. We didn't take the cat home. Bro, we didn't take the cat home in there. You start to hear the faint sounds of a cat meowing behind you, or maybe a kitten's. Doesn't matter. You just want to go home. You reach your front door and fumble with your keys, cowering from the look of pure hatred on your neighbor's faces as he stares at you from his door. What's good? I'll piece him up. I'll take all you on. Finally, you get inside your apartment, lock all the locks on the door, and slide down with your back up against it till you're sitting on the floor. You allow yourself a moment to breathe. Now home, your heartbeat calms, and your fear slowly bleeds from you, leaving you feeling strangely empty. Bro, this story is so good. You pass the kitchen, head to your room, and slip under the covers of your bed, trying to fall asleep. Maybe it's all just a bad dream. Maybe I'm hallucinating. As you fall asleep into a fitful sleep, sure to be full of nightmares of glaring eyes, you try to ignore the even increasing sounds of cats meowing and yowling in the distance outside your apartment. Ending 17. Black Sheep. Bro. Okay. 2 more endings. That was, oh my God. You stop at the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen. Scampers up to you, blocking your path. That's when you decide to kill it. No, that's horrible. There's no way I could ever do that. You pick up the puppy and drop it. Terrified, you drop the puppy to the ground, practically throwing it from you. You immediately feel horrible, winching in guilt at the tiny yelp it releases upon hitting the ground. The owner shoves you aside with a cutting glare and storms away with their puppy. I'm sorry, you call out, but they don't turn back or respond. Not that you expected them to. You deserved it. You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. Stay. You stay at the park. You try to calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path, but every so often one will run up to you. And when they do, they look wrong. Their owners doesn't seem to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe you should have stayed with me instead. You've broken out of your thoughts when something lands gently on your lap. You look down and see a frisbee on your thighs. Hey, sorry about that. Can you throw that back? You look up to see an owner waving at you in the distance, but importantly, a dog. You. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward, and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. That's when I decide. It was at this moment I knew. Hey, hurry and throw it back. You. Oh, leave. No. Yeah, I knew. The dog suddenly bounds at you, angry, furious. It tears your limbs. Was that real? You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. Stay at the park. You stay at the park. You try to calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path, but every so often one will run up to you. And when they do, they look wrong. Their owners doesn't seem to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe. But it happens again. I see him again. You should have stayed with me instead. Oh my God, we're stuck in a loop. You've broken out of your thoughts when something lands gently on your lap. You look down and see a frisbee on your thighs. Hey, sorry about that. Can you throw that back? You look up to see an owner waving at you in the distance. But more importantly, you. Again? This time, a dog sprinting towards you. Hey, hurry and throw it back. You throw the frisbee and the dog runs in the opposite direction, jumping and catching it out of the air. Impressive. The dog and the owner walk up to you. Thanks for that. You can pet him if you want. The dog looks at you, eager for his reward of pets and pats for catching a frisbee. Should I? Leave. Pet the dog. Really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mud, or you will regret it. That's when I decide I'm going to pet it. You reach out your hand and you pet the dog. The dog seems pleased. You don't feel well. Suddenly, the sky begins to darken rapidly. You look up along with the pet owners to see that the sun has been eclipsed by the moon in a blink of an eye. You vaguely remember that you should never look directly at an eclipse, but for some reason, you don't look away. A loud, piercing yowl fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. You intensively move to lift your hands in order to shield your ears. The hand that have cautiously pressed upon the dog's head comes away with some resistance like sticky slime, almost committing your hand to the dog's head. The slime stretches with your movement. No, the dog head stretches with it too, and as the canine begins to just melt, it melts and it melts until it becomes a pile of goo at your feet. What did I do? You dazedly look around for the dog's owner, only to find an empty pile of familiar clothes where you once stood. You see similar piles of clothes next to the piles of goo scattered all across the park's open field. All the dogs, all their owners. The melted goo of the dog in front of you then starts to move with a shoulder. It slithers across the grass towards the field in the center of the park, all the other piles of goo following after it. It's the cat. It's the cat, isn't it? And the mix and meld together into a single entity that shifts and undilutes and bulges and grows. The mix and meld together. They mix and meld together into a single entity that shifts and undulates and bulges and grows. Pause. You watch in dazed horror as it then fills out and shapes itself. It's the cat. It has to be. Into a dog. Snarling and frothing at the mouth. Snarling and frothing at the mouth. Red eyes frantic and something. Before the growling orbs land directly on you. The rumbling growl it emits is so low and deep, you feel the sound of it crash into you. Leave the park. It's the cat again. No. You had your chance. Better start running. You try to run, but you're not fast enough. You. It tears you apart until there's nothing left. Ending 21. Dog person. Okay. I'm not going to say it, but turn dog around and what do you get? Turn it around and tell me what you get. I'm not going to say it, but you know. Okay. Do something with the cat. Like what? Pet the cat, feed the cat, play with the cat, clean the cat on second thought. You know what? On second thought, do something alone. Like what? Take a nap? Yeah, let's try and go to sleep. You're a little tired from the events of the day. Making life-changing choices like committing to the responsibility of caring for another living creature really wear you out. You could definitely use a nap. I'm tweaking right now. You head to your room and get dressed in your pajamas before you decide to grab a glass of water from the kitchen. You head back to the bedroom, ready for a much-needed nap. But this damn cat, only for the cat to race past you through the open door and jump on the middle of the bed. It takes its time kneading at the sheets before settling down and closing its eyes. Well, that was fast. You frown thoughtfully. Now that your mind's on it, you can find yourself really craving a nap in your own bed. There's no way you're settling for sleep on the couch. Certainly not the armrest, which means you should move the cat, sleep next to the cat. Now we're gonna sleep next to the cat. You shrug. What's the harm in sharing the bed, right? You both have had a long day after all. You try to carefully avoid jostling the cat as you lay down, but it just immediately scoots over and curls up against you anyway. You smile. Sweet dreams. Huh? You feel like you slept for a long time. You feel a warm weight on your back, but you don't see the... Oh, mystery solved then. You feel comfortable? You consider getting up, but as soon as the thought enters your head, your mind fills with static and a deep sense of disapproval. Not yet? Not yet then. Okay. The cat by your attempts at movement, kneads painfully at your back before settling down again and falling back asleep. Cat crafting biscuits. You fall back into slumber too. It's night. You want to get up. Claws dig into your back like a warning. Tomorrow then, right? Oh my God, we're trapped. It's morning. You'll be late for work, but the cat doesn't budge. You don't even try to get up this time. You just close your eyes and drift off again. Bro, we're gonna starve to death. We're either gonna starve to death or it's the next day. Or has it been weeks? Or longer? You're not quite sure. You're hungry. You don't know how long you've been lying down. You feel sore on your back, but also on your stomach, your arms, your face, everywhere. You can't even remember your last meal, bro. He's probably been just feasting off of us. The last time you drank anything, you've been sleeping all the time, but you feel exhausted, more tired than you think you've ever felt in your life. It feels like a giant hand is pressing you into the bed. You can't even remember the last time you considered moving. But somehow you know that you need to go back to sleep anyway. Everything will be fine if you just go back to sleep. You think you're hallucinating when the cat finally stirs. It stretches lengthily before hopping off your back. You hear its feet paddling through your still open bedroom door, its steps fading down the hall. You can't open your eyes. You don't open your eyes. You don't move. You're afraid. You don't even remember how. You're afraid that the static will return if you try. But eventually, you do try. You try to prop yourself up on your arm. It's thinner than you've ever seen it, thinner than you think should be possible. Crack. Oh! The arm snaps under the weight of your body and crumbles to dust on the bed sheets. Bro, we're dead. It doesn't hurt in the slightest, as if your nerves have dried up and became as useless as useless as you feel in general. Just how long have you been laying in the bed? You don't have much time to think about it. It's been years. Your failed attempt at sitting up sends you trembling over the side of your bed like a rag doll. Oh! But you think you're probably closer to being a ceramic doll as your body shatters instantly upon impact with the floor. Your head rolls towards the door, letting you watch as the rest of your strewn body parts crack and crumble and turn to broken ruin as your consciousness begins to fade. The cat strolls into view then, poking and prodding at the remains of your brittle limbs. Bad kitty, you try to say, but you think your jaw might have snapped earlier as well. Oh man, almost as if you're sensing your attention, the cat walks over to you. Well, your head at least. And you watch with your final conscience in seconds as it lays down, curling its body around yours. It feels warm. Well, maybe another nap couldn't hurt. Oh yeah, we're dead. Ending 6, just a cat nap. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed every single ending outside of the dog being harmed. I mean, that was crazy. But other than that, man, this game is amazing, and there's so many different endings. It's almost like, man, I don't know which route to take because I'm excited to see each and every one of them. But if you guys want to see a part 3, you know exactly what to do. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Thanks for watching.